Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? How y'all doing? It's Monday, man. I hope y'all doing all right today, man. I wanted to chop it up about a topic that was brought up this morning. I was getting my daily dose of Trill Boxing Talk, and the brother Black Fight Fan brought up a great question. You know, did Luis Ortiz? Do you think Luis Ortiz underestimated Deontay Wilder in that first fight? And I thought that was just a good question because, you know, at the time, of course, Luis Ortiz undefeated, you know, by many was considered the most talented, the most skilled. You know, I don't know if he was more so the most talented, but definitely a lot of people thought he was the most skilled, most technically sound heavyweight, southpaw, just very, very skilled Cuban fighter. You know, got just the raw, you know, fundamentals when it comes to the boxing skills. Very, very high ring IQ. Of course, he's powerful. He's a heavyweight, but, you know, he has real heavyweight power. Can put you away with one punch. You know, very dangerous fighter, which was, you know, the main reason why Deontay Wilder was the first big fight he ever had, because a lot of the guys avoided Luis Ortiz for years. People avoided Luis Ortiz, you know, and Deontay Wilder was one of those guys that was like, shit, oh, this who y'all running from? Bet. You know, I can't get Anthony Joshua in the ring. You know, I can't get anybody else that's worth anything in the ring. You dig what I'm saying? So let me go ahead and knock off Luis Ortiz. I'm about that action. Let's get it. You know, that's how Deontay Wilder felt about the situation. But, you know, even then, there was still a lot of people that weren't, and still to this day, still to this day, people not giving Deontay Wilder his credit for the great fighter that he is. You feel me? Whether you think he's technically sound or not, the brother is a great fighter, and for what he does, for his own unique style, it works for him, and he's putting motherfuckers to sleep. You dig what I'm saying? So, you know, even at that, especially at that time, people weren't giving Deontay Wilder his credit as a good fighter, and, you know, people felt like he wasn't technically sound. He didn't know how to box. All he had was he was a one-trick pony. All he had was a straight right hand. You know, and, you know, Luis Ortiz could have very well went in that situation thinking, you know, damn, shit, this the guy y'all scared of? This who y'all feel like is gonna beat me? I'm a way better fighter than him. I'm a way better boxer than him. This who y'all got coming up against me? This y'all champion? This y'all king? On some Killmonger and T'Challa shit. You feel me? This y'all king right here? You know, so he could have very well been underestimating Deontay Wilder, and, you know, like, damn, you feel me? Shit, I'm gonna go in here and outbox him and show y'all what real skill is. You know, but my answer to that question, what I think, honestly, it could have been a little bit of underestimating going on there, but I really don't think so, because I feel like, you know, Luis Ortiz was in tremendous shape. He was very, very, you know, on top of his game, very sharp. You know, he was in tremendous shape for that fight. You know, I think this go around, he's in even better shape, you know, but he was in tremendous shape. The brother was sharp. He came out there with a great strategy. He was working his jab. You know, he was giving Deontay Wilder looks that he had never seen before, mixing it up. And then again, with that southpaw stance, you know, he used it so well, he was able to put his punches together. And we saw in the fight that, you know, a couple of different times he was able to hurt Deontay Wilder. You know what I'm saying? And hit him with shots that other guys just really weren't able to hit him with. And another thing was, he wasn't scared of his power. He wasn't scared to get on the inside and work. He wasn't scared to fight at distance when he had to. You know, so I felt like Luis Ortiz was very much so on his game. And I feel like in order to be that much on your game, you got to take a motherfucker serious. You got to take your opponent serious, you know, and, you know, be prepared, watch film, you know, work on your craft. And y'all, the game plan that you and your coach put together, y'all had to been on y'all stuff in order for you to come into the fight and look as sharp as Luis Ortiz did in the first fight. I just felt like Deontay Wilder rose to the occasion. You know, he rose to the occasion. He stood 10 toes down like a real champion does. And he showed his true heart and his true merit, you know, and his true gall, you know, his ability, his grit. He showed all of that. You know what I'm saying? And he went in there and got the knockout in, what was that, the 10th round, I believe? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, do I think Luis Ortiz underestimated Deontay Wilder? My answer would be it's possible that he could have, you know, maybe just slightly thought that, man, you know what, I'm better than this dude. This dude really can't box, and I'm going to go out here and style on him and show him that who's the superior boxer. I think it was a little bit of that, but I don't necessarily think he just underestimated Wilder because he was so much on his game. You had to be super focused for that fight, you know. And I think this time around is going to be a lot of the same as far as Luis Ortiz being focused, being on his shit. But another thing is you got to factor in Deontay Wilder's focus and his determination in this fight to prove and to show that I've gotten better since the last time we fight. And you know what? I'm going to knock your ass out, and I'm going to do it sooner this time. I'm going to do it in even more dominating fashion this time. You dig what I'm saying? So this is going to be a great fight, y'all. I can't wait to see this Saturday night. Get y'all pay-per-view ready. If you haven't got your pay-per-view already, go ahead and get your pay-per-view. November 23rd, this Saturday is going down. Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz 2. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Do y'all think that Luis Ortiz underestimated Deontay Wilder? Let me know in the comments, man. Contender regime, boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.